guys, I'm Rebel Star Girl. Before I get into the content of today's video, please remember to like, subscribe, and comment with any critiques, questions, or suggestions. In today's video, I will once again be redrawing my friend's OCs. I'm drawing 2 different OCs in today's video, and I'm really excited to show you guys. So, let's get right in! The first OC I'm going to be drawing was created by my friend who goes by JohnRhodes_crafts over on Instagram. He makes these really cool cardboard weapons and costumes, so definitely check out his Instagram. I will link it in the description. He sent me a little bit of information about his character to help give me some inspiration. His character's name is Jin Wilson. Jin Wilson is the twin sister of Kay Wilson. Jin is a 24-year-old vigilante who lives in Japan. She has invented plasma-lined daggers that can fold out into giant Chinese fans or stay in their original shape as a sword or dagger. While she is strong and independent, she will always, sometimes stubbornly, accept her brother's help. Her suit is a symbol of the modern way of combat combined with traditional ways of combat to show that they can both coexist. She regrets using the name Mantis as her vigilante name, but she can't think of a better one, all while making jokes about her brother's name, Pit Spider. She doesn't care for her friend's obsession with new things, fashion, or dating life. She is simply satisfied with a good workshop and a good idea. When I was working on both of the pieces that I created for this video, I had an incredibly hard time finding inspiration and deciding how I wanted to draw them. But honestly, I think it was for the best. A lot of times when I do art, I tend to rush through it. And so this was a really good way for me to slow down. I spent a lot of time scrolling through Pinterest and looking at different photos before I eventually found inspiration and decided on what I wanted to do. One thing I did know that I wanted to do for this illustration was to draw that cool sword fan weapon that he had come up with, because I thought it'd be really cool and I've never drawn fans before, so that is definitely something I wanted to do. In the original photo, she has 2 of these, but when I was looking through poses and stuff, I just couldn't find a pose that I wanted to do that would incorporate both of them, so I decided to do one fan sword and make it a little bit bigger, and I hope that's okay. I decided to go with messy line art for this one for no particular reason. I kind of just do the line art how I feel like doing the line art at the time, so I felt like doing it messy. But I did go for clean line art with the weapon because I wanted to use the line tools to make sure those lines were perfectly straight. For this, I decided to go with a dark background and have the only light source be her weapon. I saw some art on Pinterest that had this kind of lighting and it really inspired me, so that's what I wanted to do. I'm really happy that the weapon does actually glow because I didn't ask him if the weapon glowed before I decided I was going to make the weapon glow. So I had to text him and ask him if the weapon glowed, but I was very happy when he said yes, the weapon does glow. For both of these images, I tried to practice bounce light. I just kind of recently discovered bounce light. Like, I know I had heard artists talk about it before, but I never really thought about it or understood how it affected the environment. So I've learned a little bit about it and decided to try to practice it. If you guys have any tips on bounce light and how it works, I would really appreciate it because I'm just starting to learn about it. When I had finished all the lighting and stuff, I didn't really like the way the background was looking, so I played around with it a little bit. I hadn't really thought about it. I thought I was going to keep it all dark, so I didn't really have a plan. I just kind of played around with some brushes. I added in some of these purple textury things with one of the brushes because purple is the complementary color to green, which just means it's on the opposite side of the color wheel as green. Then I added in these green things. I don't really know what they are, but they look cool, so I kept them. Here's the final product. What do you guys think? I did do some color correcting off camera, so that's why it looks a little bit different than it did in the previous footage. The second OC I'm doing was created by my friend who goes by AirElf27art over on Instagram. I know he's trying to post more over there, so definitely check it out. He gave me some information about Lucy to help give me some inspiration. Lucy is a shy 14-year-old girl. She is a people pleaser who is often worrying about others and their opinions of her. She really wants to make friends and help people, but she usually takes it to the extreme. Once again, I had a lot of trouble finding inspiration of how I wanted to draw this and what pose I wanted to do. I knew I wanted to do something in an autumn setting, since this is actually the character's autumn outfit that he designed for her. Eventually I came up with the concept of her being outside picking flowers to cheer someone up before the winter comes. So I have her standing holding this big bouquet of flowers. I tried to practice some foreshortening with the arm. You can't really see it in the final product, but I did try. I've also really been enjoying drawing flowers from time to time lately, so maybe that's part of the reason I went with this concept. Also, I really love Lucy's outfit. I think it's really cute. I've never drawn an outfit like this before, and it's really cute, and the color scheme is absolutely beautiful. It was so easy to work with. Just absolutely loved these color choices. I went in with a cleanup sketch and clean line art for this photo. I don't know why, I just felt like this picture needed clean line art. Like I said, I usually just go with how I feel when it comes to line art because I personally don't really like doing it, so that's just how I felt at the time when I was working on it. Then I went in with the background. I gathered some references. I knew I wanted some trees, but wasn't really sure, so I just played around with it. I definitely see in the final product how I spend more time on character art than background art, because I do feel like there's a little gap in the skill level between the character and the background. But I did try, and I think it showed me that I need to practice backgrounds a little bit more so that my final pieces look that much better. So exciting news, guys. I got my driver's license! I'm actually going to be starting to go to a Bible study at my church, which I'm very excited, and I've been waiting to get my license to go. So I'm so excited for that, and I think it's going to be so good for me because I haven't had a Bible study in a couple months now, and I really want one. So I'm so excited for that, and I'll be able to go over to my grandmother's house and my aunt's house and see my cousins whenever I want to see them. It's a big step though, which is kind of crazy because a few years ago I never imagined myself driving or going into stores by myself because of my anxiety, and it's crazy to see how far I've come with it. And it's still pretty bad at times, but the last week or couple weeks or so, I've really been trying to just have more confidence in God, because the things that I want to do and I feel like He's called me to do, I need to overcome that anxiety to do. So I've really been trying to just give that to God and have more confidence in Him, and it's been working. I've felt my confidence be a lot higher, and I'm excited, but also kind of freaked out about this next step in my life, because this is a completely new chapter. I mean, I'm driving and I have a job, and it's crazy. So I'm super excited, but also still very anxious. I'm so happy that I passed. I was praying beforehand and trying to be prepare myself to fail, to not be so disappointed if I did. But oh my goodness, I'm so happy that I passed. I'm so happy. So yeah, that's my big life update for this video. I am so sorry for this big footage skip right here. I actually sat down and worked on this for 4 hours straight, and apparently I forgot to start and stop the recording every hour or so. And I discovered when I was editing through the footage that when I record for 4 hours straight, my computer just can't handle condensing and editing that long of a footage. I decided to go with a warm light source coming from the left side of the picture, and I tried to practice that bounce light again, how the light would bounce with all of the flowers being next to each other, and from the skin to the hair, and all that kind of stuff. I tried to play around with it a little bit. Here's the final product. What do you guys think? I thought I recorded myself adding in these leaves, but apparently I didn't, so I did add in these leaves in the background and foreground. Here's both pieces side by side. Thank you so much, John Rhodes_crafts and AirElf27art for letting me draw your characters. I had a very good time with it, and I learned a lot about slowing down and enjoying my art process. I hope you all like the drawings, and thank you guys so much for watching. As usual, I have an idea of what the next video is going to be and roughly when it should come out, but whatever it is and whatever it does, I hope to see you then. Bye!